Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Dix for your SmackDown Ring Report. On SmackDown Ring Report on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a SmackDown we talk about. We talk about Roman Reigns doing the best promo he has ever done, talking about what he's going to do to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. We know Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar will meet at WrestleMania. Title versus title, winner takes all the marbles. Will Roman Reigns lead WrestleMania as a double champion, or will he walk as WrestleMania with nothing? We'll get to the latest on that. Also, too, Sami Zayn defends the Intercontinental Championship against the number one contender Ricochet. Sami Zayn and Ricochet. Could Ricochet hit light in the ball and win the coveted Intercontinental Championship? You had to only see, you have to only wonder and see if Sami Zayn, if Ricochet can get the job done on that matter. Also, too, Ronda Rousey makes her first SmackDown appearance, wrestling debut, wrestling WWE official Sonya Deville. Ronda Rousey and Sonya Deville have no love lost between one another after weeks of pent up frustration that Ronda Rousey has done to Sonya Deville, and now Ronda Rousey gets her hands on Sonya Deville, and she perhaps get her hands on Charlotte Flair into their epic WrestleMania encounter. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, and once again, everyone, this is Kendra Dix here. No, no face for right now. You saw a pick booth, and good luck for you. Congratulations. We're talking about the SmackDown Ring Report. Here on SmackDown, we get to the road to WrestleMania. But first things first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect TV on the Pro Wrestling Show. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We got a lot to get to. The road to WrestleMania don't stop as SmackDown continues to roll on, and to give you my thoughts and my predictions on what's going on throughout this week. We know we kick off with this. We kick off with the Intercontinental Championship as Ricochet challenges Sami Zayn for the cover of the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn, many people had thought that Sami Zayn was going to defend the Intercontinental Championship in a against Johnny Knoxville. Thank God. Thank God that did not happen, because that could have been real worse. And many people had believed and thought that Sami Zayn was going to take the Intercontinental Championship, and Sami Zayn was going to get a shot at the Intercontinental title. We know 2 weeks ago that Sami Zayn won the Intercontinental Championship over the champion Shinsuke Nakamura, playing those mind games, as you see right here a couple of weeks ago, to get to the championship match. Well, Sami Zayn had his work cut out for him after he had to defend the championship against Ricochet. Sami Zayn looked confident that he was going to retain the Intercontinental title over Ricochet. But a distraction came out of nowhere for Sami Zayn to Johnny Knoxville distracting Sami Zayn, and no hole below Ricochet is the new Intercontinental Champion. Ricochet making history as being the first man to hold the NXT North American Championship, the United States Championship from Monday Night Raw, and now they cover the Intercontinental Championship. Ricochet has done it by winning secondary titles. Many people saying don't sleep on Ricochet. WWE sleep on Ricochet. WWE is rewarding Ricochet, and Ricochet has done it. Ricochet has now won the coveted Intercontinental Championship. Congratulations to the new Intercontinental Champion Ricochet. Kudos to Ricochet doing his thing, and congratulations to Ricochet on this historic win for Ricochet. Big up. Also, too, we've been heard that we know that Pat McAfee is slated to have a match at WrestleMania. The SmackDown commentator, the SmackDown's lovable SmackDown pro commentator, supposed to have a match, and we know that he did do Mr. McMahon appeared on his YouTube show, garnering ratings. Mr. McMahon offered Pac a match at WrestleMania. Mr. McMahon, we'll get to later on in the hot topics on what else Mr. McMahon did during the Pat McAfee show with the Undertaker and stuff. Pat McAfee elated, surprised. Pat McAfee, no stranger to the ring. Well, everyone was wondering who Pat McAfee was going to go against, and we didn't know. We didn't have to find out. It was none other than Mr. McMahon's protege and apprentice, Austin Theory from Monday Night Raw. Austin Theory came and confronted McAfee and told him he looks like a goof and slapped McAfee in his face, thus starting their feud. And you got to wonder if McAfee's going to ever show up on Monday Night Raw to get revenge on what Ricochet did to him. But when it's set in stone, Austin Theory will take on Pat McAfee at WrestleMania. And this is the match that, I mean, everyone wants to see, but there's people that would have thought to see, but we're going to see it. Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. Austin Theory puts his skills on the line, puts his skills to the test against Pat McAfee, who many people think that he could be perhaps being an entertainer too, if he wanted to do it. But Pat McAfee, even Corey Graves wanted to go against Pat McAfee. But now we know that Pat McAfee will go against Austin Theory at WrestleMania. What a WrestleMania that's going to be. So Mr. McMahon didn't even start the feud on the show. He was just more relaxed. But we know now. Also, too, a lot of people are still talking about, buzzing about Naomi and Sasha Banks getting them a match for the women's tag team titles against Queen Zelina and Carmella. We know that Sasha Banks, we know Naomi was in a match against Carmella, and the match didn't end up with being 2 minutes, and a lot of fans are having an uproar about that, saying that the women deserve more. They talking about give Divas a chance. They talking about that again. So I guess WWE tied in with the show. It's a 2-hour show, so you know how that go. But we'll see on that if we know next week Sasha Banks goes against Queen Zelina 1-on-1. It'll be interesting to see that match and see how far that match goes. So you know how that point out. Also, too, the Usos ambushed Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs during the SmackDown during the interference to brought out Roman Reigns. The Universal Champion had something to say, and he said it. He's talking about his opponent, Brock Lesnar. Them two would meet at WrestleMania in the winner take all match, where the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship will be on the line. One man will leave Dallas, Texas, with both championships around his waist, and they'll be in that bookend that story. Roman talking about he's going to humiliate Brock Lesnar and become a double champion, and for order to Roman to do so, he's going to pass Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So only time will tell on that. Also, too, we learned that Drew McIntyre will take on Happy Corbin 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre went against his former SummerSlam opponent, Jinder Mahal, and put him down. That was it. Drew looking momentum heading to WrestleMania in Dallas. So we know that. Drew was part of this mural in Dallas where they had Roman and Brock with the WWE World Championship. So it's the bit that they said the biggest match of WrestleMania, biggest WrestleMania match of all time at WrestleMania. Also, too, the Usos defended their tag team titles against War Raiders, put them to work, but look for them to defend the championships against Nakamura and Rick Boogs at WrestleMania. We talked about Drew. We talked about him. So Drew getting his opportunity at WrestleMania as well. Also, to the New Day getting getting their stuff broke down. Sheamus and Ridge Holland breaking down the New Day's 18-wheeler. So the New Day, look for that being a WrestleMania tag team match during WrestleMania. A lot of matches are planting the seeds for WrestleMania, and you can see right here going forward how this all will turn out. So you know how that be. Plus two, the long way to match. Some Roman Rousey makes her SmackDown one-on-one singles match against WWE official Sonya Deville. This match was a necessity because we know Ronda and Sonya has been at each other's throats, and Ronda Rousey putting the finishing touches on Sonya by defeating her with the Piper's Pit to get the 1-2-3. And Ronda Rousey now looking forward to her match against Charlotte Flair, making Charlotte tap out with the ankle lock, leaving Charlotte Flair motionless. And we said, I knew Kurt Angle had something to do with this. Ronda Rousey looking to get her WrestleMania moment by becoming SmackDown Women's Champion at WrestleMania. We'll have the WrestleMania predicted outcome, and this only a month away. 2 WrestleMania predicted outcome. We'll have one for that Saturday, and we'll have one for that Sunday. So look forward to that coming up in the coming weeks. All right, that is the SmackDown Ring Report. Let's move forward to Hot Topics. On Hot Topics, we talked about earlier that Vince McMahon appeared on Pat McAfee's show, and he said that he's going to induct. He said Undertaker will be inducted to the Hall of Fame. He's going to be the one to do it. Vince McMahon will induct the Undertaker into the WWE Hall of Fame this year. Vince McMahon said he doesn't like doing Hall of Fame. This is his third induction. He inducted James Dudley, who was the McMahon's limousine driver, somewhat of a businessman, and he inducted Stone Cold Steve Austin a couple of years ago in 2009. So poetic justice for the Undertaker, getting his will just due, being inducted by the chairman of the board, Mr. McMahon, into the WWE Hall of Fame. Speaking of chairmans and presidents, AEW's president Tony Khan made a big announcement that he brought All Elite Wrestling. Tony Khan brought All Elite Wrestling, and now Tony Khan, a lot of people want to know what he's going to do with it by buying it. And only time will tell going forward with the Khan what he's going to do. But this is big. This is a big get for AEW to get the video library, the rings, the equipment, everything that Ring of Honor had. And they said Ring of Honor duped them with a big price by at least 30 to 40 million. But $5 billion. He should have got it for at least $3 million, like WWE did with WCW. It was a dead brand from the beginning, but now Tony Khan might have plans to resurrect it his own life. So we'll have to wait and see that. Also, too, there's been internal listings that Cody Rhodes could be heading to WWE at WrestleMania. Cody making his WrestleMania debut, making his comeback at WrestleMania. What a loud ovation for Cody Rhodes to come back. But we'll see. But I don't know what Cody's going to do. I had to wait. I had to see it to believe it. Going forward with that. Also, too, we talked about the Undertaker being had a message for Miss McMahon about the Hall of Fame. So the Undertaker getting his just due at the Hall of Fame, like the rest of them. So congratulations to the Undertaker. Speaking of that, WWE term with the Russian-Ukraine crisis going on, WWE terminates its broadcast partnership and shuts down WWE Network in Russia. Wow, it's just, I guess WWE saying we're not going to treat Russia like that, but there's a lot going on with unrest in Russia right now. We pray for the folks in Ukraine for their safety, and hopefully they can come stronger than ever. Scary for the Russian government because it's just you know what, but it is what it is. But we pray we're standing with Ukraine. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. We're gonna leave you with Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion. Hopefully he'll have some rebuttal to say, and we'll see. So for me being Kendrick Dixon and so long, we'll see you next time for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.